as a team. And that doesn't mean that you guys are counting at the same time. It means you are slapping at the same time, clapping at the same time, slapping at the same time, counting at the same time. All three of those things. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Hands up, feet together.
Yes, ma'am.
30 jumping jacks. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30.
Let me hear you louder. Push the position. 15 push-ups. Go. Bam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15.
When you're done, stand up. Maddox, stay down until everybody's done. Ready, please? All right, Mrs. Maddox, go and stand up for me, sir. Set the stand! American Karate Combination number 1. This will be progress checked next week. American Karate number 1. Go! Turn! Number 2. Go! Turn! Number 3. Go! Turn! Make sure you guys hold out that last move for me. Yes, ma'am? Number 4. Go! Turn! For the rest of this class, I want you guys to perform like you will at the mountain retreat. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Perform like you're testing. Number 5, American Karate. Go! Turn. Palm fade, palm. 5, go! Oh, you guys did number 6. I said 5. Turn. They're so used to the pattern. I broke the pattern. Number 6, go! Turn. Number 6, go! Turn. 7, go! Turn. 8, go! Turn. American Taekwondo number 1. Maddox, scoot back for me, sir. I don't want you to jump off the floor. Go! Last move, hold it out. Turn. Back leg round, or jump back leg round, kick reverse, hook kick, back punch. Ready, go! Turn. Number 2, go! Turn. Number 2, go! Turn. Number 3, go! Which one of you guys switch to Taekwondo? It's American Taekwondo. Turn. American Taekwondo number 4. Go. Turn. Come to tension. pickers, go. Ooh, I just want to see if you guys know what trade pickers are. Awesome. You should be jumping on both feet. All right. You never know. You have me doing line drills up at the mountain retreat. And when it's not your turn, you guys should probably be doing trade pickers. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Pay attention. Set to listen. Hands up together. Cut to the front.
Ma'am.
Why is my right side so much louder than my left side? This is my right, this is my left. 10 alternating front kicks. Go.
Ma'am.
1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done there.
Ma'am.
To the left. 10 alternating back punches. Remember, back punches are with your back hand. 10 alternating as a team. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Take a knee.
Yes, ma'am.
This is still class, so as much as we're getting ready for testing, we need to make sure we learn some things. Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
When I do back punches, we need to make sure we pivot, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If I pivot so far that I'm on my tippy toes, is this strong for my ankle?
No, ma'am.
Is it going to be strong for the rest of my body?
No, ma'am.
So is my punch going to be strong?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll make sure you guys have your toes on the ground. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Solidly planted when you guys twist. You have to squish the bug. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're squishing a bug, but you're on your toes, the bug's not going to be squished. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Yes, I just brought you guys all the way back to basic. Stand up.
Yes, ma'am.
To the left.
Oh!
10 alternating back punches as a team. Strong pivots. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. So you're staying on the ball of your foot when you twist. 10 alternating as a team. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Done there.
To the front. 10 alternating front kicks. Again, as a team. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Have a seat. Feet together, straight out in front of you. Reach for your toes. It's very important to make sure from now on, forever and ever more, when you guys punch, you keep those hands closed. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not closed where you can see daylight coming through your hand. You keep them all the way tightly closed, because if I was punching or trying to break a board and my hand was even slightly open because I fell into bad habits, I'm more likely to break my hand than I am the board. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to have strong punches, closed, tight fists. Countdown from 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done there.
One leg in, one leg out.
Yes, ma'am.
Reach for the toes. Knees straight. Try to put your chest to your knee. Countdown from 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Ma'am.
Some of you guys fell into an automatic habit of coming up when you're done counting. Just because you're done counting doesn't mean I'm done with you. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, goodness, I'm sorry.
I want to hear fire. As soon as I say it, fire.
Countdown from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done now.
Both feet in.
Ma'am.
Both feet in.
Ma'am.
Shake your legs out, stand up.
Ma'am.
And splits.
Ma'am.
The stand up is to help you into the splits. Because gravity helps you a little bit more from seated.
There we go. All right.
There
There we go. This time we do it.
You know at this point how much pressure you have. Don't push it where it's gonna not help you get underneath. Toes are up.
Yes, ma'am.
Man, I'm a bear about those toes, guys. Knees are a wonderful thing to have, and they are not wonderful when they're in pain.
And lower. Fire.
Countdown from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done now.
Countdown from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done now.
And sit back, stand up, shake it out. Shake down, stand up, whichever order works best for you. Shake them all out. I applaud all you guys because you're not supposed for long. Because everybody worked as a team, made sure that they stayed up the whole time. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, get that good stretch in. Prepare for toes on.
Toes on now.
Begin.
And back to my feet.
10. Reset.
Yes, ma'am.
Prepare for toes on.
Toes on now.
I forgot the most important key. As a team, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
As a team, watch your stances as well, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a level 1 form. You guys know what the stances are by now. Take the time to make sure you get them right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Toes on. Begin. See, I'm sure you guys can tell what was not fulfilling just by the sound of Edel's. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, prepare for toes on.
Toes on.
Toes on now.
Horse stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a couple reasons why we breathe during a form. The is yes, it's important to breathe, to remind yourself to breathe during a whole form. You guys are exercising even when you're in the form, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And some of you can really tell because you guys get out of breath throughout the form, and it's not because you're it's because you're moving. The second reason is it helps communicate with your team.
Yes, ma'am.
If you hear you guys are not together, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's this wonderful thing called peripheral vision, where even though you're looking straight ahead and you can only see the people in front of you, you can use the side of your vision to see what the people around you are doing. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I can currently see my fingers wiggling, even though I'm looking directly in front of me. Or I'm looking directly at Maddox now, and I can still see my fingers wiggling. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Peripheral vision. You can see what your team is doing without looking. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Prepare toes on.
Toes on now.
Take it a little slower. I know a lot of you guys are ready to move super fast, but we do have a mom who's working hard to keep up with you guys. Begin.
There you go. There we go.
Much better. You can still put a little bit more effort in it. That's much better. Let's have a T game.
TJ, man.
Begin. Time. Reset.
Snap.
Just by that yell, I'm sure you know why we're resetting. Prepare for TJ.
TJ, man.
I may not have said at the beginning. Just assume from now on that I imply it as a team. Yes, ma'am?
Snap.
From now on, I imply it everywhere.
Snap.
Begin.
Now, when you got other equipment,
Holding that horse stance. Tosan and Tige will be part of your progress check next week. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
In addition to American Karate and American Taekwondo, 1 through 4 of each of those combinations. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
My brown reds. You guys test in 10 days. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So you guys should definitely know these. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
My high browns, if you struggled a little bit, it won't get you into prep cycles. What got you here won't get you any further. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
My brown reds, what gets you to your high brown will not get you into prep cycle. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Or to your conditional, or to your black belts. It's daily improvement. Little fixes every day. 1%. You improve every day by 1%. In 100 days, you would have just improved by 100%. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Roughly how the experiment works. Right, Mr. Shakewiler?
Hey,
Hey, he's the math whiz, and I know he just went to me in his head. It's like, that was completely wrong math, Miss Christensen. But I hope you guys get my point. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Make 1% improvement, and then every day, you're at least getting 1% better. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Like right now, you guys are getting 1% better by making sure you maintain that horse sense. Those knees bent, and your knees or your legs are probably shaking and killing you. If Mountain Retreat's anything like it used to be, you guys can spend upwards of 30 minutes to an hour in a horse stance. Yes, ma'am?
And
Keep in mind, I also got my black belts a long time ago. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Heck, I got my second degree 8 years ago. Roughly. Over a year ago. 10 years ago. Something like that. Reset!
Yes, ma'am.
Shake those legs out. If that was really hard and you're at a loss at home of something to practice, eat your dinner in a horse stance. You got a nice plate here. Touch your table, you can eat your dinner in a horse stance. Yes, ma'am? And once you realize, oh, my dinner's getting a little far away from me, oh, I better drop in that horse stance. Or you guys can do it in a back stance. Yes, ma'am? But I recommend whatever you spend on one leg, you should probably make sure you do on the other. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. My horse stances are not the best to demonstrate yet. Mostly because I can't put as much weight on one leg. Push your left side. Catch your attention. Remember Exodus.
Yes, ma'am.
Once without the music, and then we'll go to the music. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Begin. Try to stay together as a team. You will hear the music in a moment. Don't let it throw you off. Just keep doing what you're doing. You like to fly away. You guys want to hum the music to stay together? All the more power to you. Mike Brightman, technique. Majority of the class is a brown, red, or above, and already knows this to music. The majority of the class is planning on testing brown retreat. Yes, ma'am. The majority of the class may have already tested at some sort of black belt test and already has their high brown. Yes, ma'am. So this is more aimed to my 3 of you who have never learned this music. Yes, ma'am. The rest of you guys need to make sure you set an example.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you don't quite have it right to the music, make sure you fine tune it to the music today. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We learned it to this point so far.
There we go. Ready, and
I'm gonna hum it, or I'm gonna sing it for you guys. Yes, ma'am. Listen to the beats. I know I taught a lot of you guys. X, hold back, up. I was wrong. I'm sorry. It's down, straight up. Yes, ma'am. So from here, you guys are gonna da 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 da. There's specific beats for everything. Yes, ma'am. Da 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 da. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I know my singing is definitely not on tempo or on key. Yes, sir.
too much deviation if I keep doing this because of it.
I know you got really used to it. I'm black belt adept, sir. And also to keep up with the music, doing that, it's gonna you won't be able to keep up with the music. Da-na-na-na. That's roughly how fast it is. There you go. You'll relearn it, sir. Trust me. Black belt's adept. There's a lot of things I've had to relearn. Come to attention. Prepare for Exodus.
Black belt music Exodus now.
All right. To the music. It's not a race. Try to move faster. Flip and down. Down, up, sorry. Down, up, back, punch, punch, punch. Okay. Punch, punch, server. As far as we're going today, yes, ma'am? For everybody who's getting ready for mountain retreat, we will have a couple iterations toward the end of class, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Go to here, yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Out. Flip and down. Down, up, back, punch. Punch, punch. Down, up, back, punch. Punch, punch. Okay? Okay? Okay. Punch, punch, circle. Together. Hand break. Flip, clap. That's technically not how far we're going today, but I was giving you guys that opportunity because I saw a lot of that yesterday where we were rushing that a bit. Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
There you go. So make sure you guys listen to those beats as well. There are beats in there. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Here, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me get the music there. Yes, it's going to be a little early. Set. Flip. Down. Down, up, down, punch. Punch, punch. Down, up, back, punch. Punch, punch. Guys, we do those punches early. Listen to the music. So we're going to move on to the next one. From the beginning, prepare for Exodus.
My parents and music lessons, ma'am.
Sorry, not focusing. Concentration. I'll rewind by 10 seconds. All right. There we go. No air, no sunlight between your fingers. Keep them tight. This is fast. Break, chop, kick, punch. Break, punch, break. Turn. And down. Press. Take this part slow. Hold it. Look through the triangle. And break. Together, up and down. Down. Low, high, back, punch. Punch, punch. Low, back, high, punch. Punch, punch. Hit, 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 punch, punch, circle. Remember Exodus?
My parents and music lessons, ma'am.
All right, from here we're going to go all the way through. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Those who have not learned the music from here roughly repeats the same thing, just like the moves repeat. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And the moves have the same beats. So, forgot to rewind it while I talked. And down. Low, high, back. Punch, punch. Low, back, high, punch, punch. Kick, kick, kick. Punch, punch. Stripper. And up. And break. Flip and slap. And down. Low, high, back. Low, high, back. Punch, punch. Eight. This is where you go. You guys are early on the spin. Break, chop, kick, punch. Break, punch, break. Break, chop, kick, punch. Up and break. Now.
Light right, junior selections there.
My brown red, especially on this side, you guys are really rushing, especially a lot of those beats. Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Mr. Hemzo, I'm giving you a little bit of leeway because this is your first time here, but the rest of them are testing. It's not 11 days, guys. 10 days, yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
10 days, you guys will be up in Keystone testing for your high brown. Not just in front of your local school black belts. Actually, right now, most of the black belts that you guys see mainly, there's a little inner circle of black belts who show up and assist in your classes, right? You guys will be testing in front of not only the Thornton black belts, but you guys will be testing in front of the Westminster black belts and the master instructors and a lot of guest instructors that come from other schools from around the world.
Ma'am.
Relax.
Ma'am.
Thanks for reminding me. 10 days. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
For those of you who are high browns right now, if you guys aren't at the brown red level right now because you let yourself slack, I don't have a countdown for prep cycle. But what's the date for prep cycle testing?
July. I don't remember the date, man.
Oh man, it's July, yes ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
And July sounds like it's a long ways away, but it's not. It's not a long ways at all, yes ma'am? And you want to make sure you guys have your curriculum nice and strong. You have a strong grip on all of your curriculum before you test into prep cycle, yes ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's one way that you show that you're prepared for prep cycle is you know all your curriculum. Because all that prep cycle does is they fine tune you. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You have all the knowledge. They just fine tune the little bits to make you look like a black belt.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You won't get in if you don't have all the knowledge. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't demonstrate all the knowledge.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Luckily for a lot of you guys, you just can't get to your high browns without having all the knowledge. Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
So from your high browns, your prep cycle test, it's a month and a half-ish, maybe 2 months. You keep that knowledge fresh. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready for Exodus?
Light right, junior selections there.
All right. Let me get this music going for us. Wait. Go! You guys are going before I say go. Spin. Great. Top, hit, push. Slow. Good. Up, down, turn, up and down, slow press, there, High block. Open. Looking through the triangle. And break. And down. Early. Out. Flip. Down. Low, high, back. Punch. Punch, punch. Low, high, back. Punch. Punch, punch. Hit. 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 Punch. Punch. Server. The other. Up. Break. Flip. Clap. Out. And down. Low, high, back, punch. Punch, punch. Low, high, back, punch. Punch, punch. Hit. 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 Punch. Punch. Separate. Get ready. Wait, wait, wait. Go. Break, top, kick, punch. Break, punch, break, spin. Break, top, kick, punch. Open together, up. Look through the triangle, break. Wow.
Michael Rice, music direction, Sarah.
Hands behind your back. Even if you guys are testing in 10 days, that doesn't mean the current requirements for gray stripes and karate homework cards do not need to be met, or stripes.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you guys are still turning in all those stripes and getting them turned in. The deadline is Thursday to have at least 3 colored stripes, and what's on your belt does not count. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of you brown reds have been here a while, so you guys got to build up the stripes. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
What matters is what you guys have turned in since graduation. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not sure, there's a wonderful sheet back there that tells you guys. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
That's current as of Monday morning. So if you turn anything in last night during classes or today during class, it's not on that sheet. But you guys should know what you turned in today or yesterday. That adds to that. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Check on that sheet. It's your responsibility to make sure you guys get them turned in. You guys are not eligible to test if you don't have them in. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Karate practice lab and gray stripe before Thursday. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Next week, you guys will test to the music of Exodus up to the circle block. You will test on T-Gay, Tosan, American Kickboxing 6 and 7. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
American Kickboxing 6 and 7. American Karate 1 through 4 and American Taekwondo 1 through 4.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All right, you guys will learn 8 and 9 of your American kickboxing combinations after this test. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me have Mr. Chris come on up here.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chris is turning in his gray stripe, making sure being smart, getting it done before class. Reciting it to Ms. Monier. Give him a clap. Turning in a healthy eating, a book club card, a job list, and his karate practice log. Give him 2 claps. Woo! Thank you. Let me have upside down. I saw Tucker. Hunter, come on up here. There you go. Hunter's turning in his book club card, his karate practice log, his self-discipline, his healthy eating, 2 job lists, and his gray stripe, which he's gonna say for all of us.
When black folks have the ability to achieve anything they're willing to work to achieve. They are not intimidated by the negative reactions of others, nor do they get admired in mediocrity. They rise above the crowd and achieve great heights.
Give him 1. Give him 2. Like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Scott, come on up here. Mr. Scott is turning his karate practice log, his total self-confidence worksheet, which he completed and turned, or he stated before class. as well as his black belt kicking homework sheets, which means he's working on his kicks. There's these black belt homework kicking sheets that you guys can also fill out up there. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
It earns you guys a bonus stripe. Give him one clap. Give him one clap. Give him two claps. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, sir. Let me have Mr. Hemzo coming up here. Mr. Hemzo's training in his healthy eating, his karate practice log, his gray stripe worksheet, his job list, his writing. 2 job lists, and a book club card. Give him one clap. Give him 2 claps. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Maddox coming up here. Mr. Maddox is turning in his karate practice log, his gray stripe, his book club card, and his healthy eating. Give him 1. Give him 5. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hands behind your back.
Ma'am.
This Thursday is the deadline for gray and blue stripes and at least 3 colored stripes for this current testing cycle. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Like I said, look back there so you know what you need. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I highly recommend you make sure you know that you're on top of it. Black Belt Creed.
Student of martial arts, I live my life by principles black belt. Honesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and dominable spirit.
Loud and proud position.
Man, my white girl is best man.
Awesome. Master Club, you guys are dismissed. Please clean your squares. Leadership. Grab your brokens.
Yes, ma'am.
I need water more than that for a minute. Make sure you guys hold your boken in its sheath. The blade is up and it's on your left side. Samurais who are left-handed, which means they pull the sword out with their left hand because it's on the right, their hand will get chopped off. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So always make sure it's sheathed on your left. Phoebe, go and switch your hand. Thank you, ma'am. Will always be sheathed on your left. And a quick review, this wonderful curvy part is the
Blade, ma'am.
Yes, the sharp part, the blade. You always want that up. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
This edged part that it seems a little sharper on wood, so it seems like it might be the back. It's the back of the sword. Yes, ma'am? Sorry, it seems like it could be the front. It's the back. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Also notice the shape of the blade. It curves slightly. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Just like a lot of our stripes curve and go down. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Go. Because I know I'll see it today, and we're working on it a lot today. When you guys strike down with the blade, you always want to make sure you strike in a curved motion. You don't want to be forcing it through. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
It's always a curved motion blade. It's not a, unless specifically told otherwise. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Which is like only one instance when you guys are black belt. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So you guys currently have the blade in the sheath, not stabbing things behind you like me. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Show me the short bow. Bow courtesy. Long bow. Go.
Yes, ma'am.
The blade should face you, the handle on your right, so you can grab it quickly. Yes, thank you for honoring us. Make sure now it's in your sheath. It's still blade up. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me turn back around again. When you guys grab a blade out, you don't just grab and pull. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You twist it. This basically unlocks it from the sheath. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
The twisting motion. So you always need to twist before you pull. All right. Strike number 1, which we learned last week, all the way through After the strike, you're gonna shake up the tomato juice and put it back in the sheet. Go. Okay, quick review for some of us. Number one is we twist, we strike out. And then we together step out, down with both hands. Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Remember, point doesn't go down, we are striking in a curve. Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Step back, tomato juice, white, feet together, and guide in. All right, now that you guys had a quick review, do it again on your own. Strike number one, go. Yes, ma'am! Next, or we got over. Sorry, Maddox, I keep calling you your brother Maddox. Wait, like the front stance? No, the front stance. All right, guys. Number two, which is what we're focused on learning today. Sorry for those on the camera. I'm going to make sure that I'm facing the front. This is my front, so I'm going to be facing away from you guys. So you guys can step towards me, basically. You're going to draw your blade directly above your head. Instead of out like normal, we're going to draw it straight up. As soon as it releases from your sheath, your hand's going to meet at the top. Step out with your left leg, strike down. There you go. There we go. The next part of this strike is you're going to twist your blade. It's going to go above your head, and you're going to turn directly behind you. You're going to go straight down again. And then you're going to twist your blade to the side again. You're going to turn the same way you just came and go straight down again. Step back, shake off the tomato juice. Feet together, wipe it off, and guide it in.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
do we twist it at the beginning when we pull it up or no?
Always twist before you pull a blade out of its sheath.
Yes, ma'am.
I know we're going straight up, but you still got to do a little twist. For one, it just helps you grip it a little better. Because when you guys grip a blade, notice how it's kind of oval shaped. Your knuckles are, your middle knuckles are towards the top of your blade, yes, ma'am?
Yeah.
And when it's straight up in your sheath, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you just try to grab it and pull, your knuckles, it's really hard. Your joints, I don't know. Where it joins your hand is where you would grab it out. What we want is a little twist right here. Yes, ma'am?
Yeah.
There you go. I hope those of you online could kind of see that. So that's one reason for the twist. We twist it to get it so it's lined up right. Yes, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to call 1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 parts to strike number 2. Yes, ma'am? Ready? 1. 2. Other way, guys. Remember, you guys are going to be going straight down with all these. Devin, switch your feet, sir. So your first thing should be going above your head. And 3. Above your head and down. And shake it off. And reaching. There you go. Some of you guys are getting really fancy with your spins. For these purposes, when you guys are putting it straight back, you guys are going to shake it off with just a twist of your wrist. You guys are going to wipe it off and put it back in the sheath. You'll see black belts doing a fancy spin before they put it back in their sheath. And then, I know you guys really want to do the black belt level stuff, and you guys practice it at home for sure. That's not part of this series. This series is a lot more formal with how we do it. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
When you guys get to black belt and you guys get the opportunity to learn sword 4, that's when you definitely will learn that. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All right. 1, 2, and 3 is what I'm going to call again for strike number 2. Ready? 1. 2. Above your head, and down. 3. Above your head, on down. Shake the tomato juice off. And sheath. So when you guys sheath, you want to make sure your hand is already here. Usually your sheath kind of has its own like ribbon or cloth is what helps you wipe it down. What helps you wipe your blade down. So instead of trying to wipe your blade like this, you're cutting yourself and you're making it dirtier. Yes, ma'am?
Yeah.
You're using the back of the blade on your hand that's already on your sheath, which also helps you once it's wiped off, guide it directly into the sheath. Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am.
I'm gonna call it 1, 2, and 3 again. Ready? 1. Up and down. 1.5. So start going above your head. And turn. 2. Isaac, switch your blade over. You're trying to chop off the back of your blade. There you go. 2.5. Go above your head. And turn. 3. Here you go. Shake it up. Wipe and guide. And guide. All right. Strike number 2. All the way through. Go. All right. Again, ready? Put the blade over. Thank you. Go. All right, strike number 1 now. Strike number 1. Go. It's going to be a fancy step together, step forward. So make sure with that footwork, it's basically like you guys are in a front stance for number 1. You guys are going to strike out. You're going to step together, step out again. You're going to let your right hand or right foot stay predominantly forward. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Go. Number 1. Other right foot. There you go. Shake. Wait. Guide. And number 2. Ready, go. Almost returned to the fancy one. Not fancy. Not fancy. Once again, I know you guys want to be fancy. You can be fancy at home. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Definitely be fancy when you guys are black belts. But right now, we're being really formal and traditional. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. We shake it off. We wipe. And we go. Pay attention. Back, Chrissy. You guys are dismissed. Please clean your square.
Ma'am.
And if you have an empty basket, will you please put in the pile by the bathroom over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.